Fylum.
Privatizing the police will lead to a more plentiful life.
Yo, welcome to Fylum. I'm your host, Monkey, and today we're going to talk about a movie that you have not seen. This is a movie that they're not going to show you in film school, but they should.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us kind of what it's about before I go into why it's one of the greatest?
Well, Tokyo Gore Police is basically about a future Japan in which the police force has been completely privatized. I noticed like the propaganda in it is very similar to like the military propaganda for Starship Trooper.
Our job is to protect you. We will do whatever it takes to keep our city safe. We have no mercy for criminals. For a better society, Tokyo Police Corporation.
Just like the over-the-top violence and stuff of police brutality it's just commentary on that, or similar to how Paul Verhoeven does with like the military brutality.
It's almost in tribute to him.
It is, though, because it's like a combination of that, but it's also like a Japanese take on RoboCop too. So it's like both of his like movies combined into one, like Starship Trooper and RoboCop. I don't know, instead of like, you know, being cyborgs, they get bioweapons. Like that's pretty close to being a cyborg.
This movie's directed... Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. This movie is directed by Yoshihiro Nishimura, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong. This director's been compared to Tom Savini, who did the special effects for Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead. These are the original. He's a master of American gore. And Greg Nicotero, who you guys probably all know from doing the special effects, at least in the first couple seasons of The Walking Dead.
Right at the beginning, they just started out. She just like bazooka jumps to the top of the building.
Well, it's like it lets you know right away.
That's like the best way to start a film.
The gore in this is, I would say this is the goriest movie I've ever seen. It lives up to its name.
Yeah, no, it definitely does.
Obviously, they're on a budget. They don't have a lot of money. It is really impressive practical effects.
Yeah.
When you watch this movie, there's such an artistic approach to the gore. Like, it's so over the top. And it made me really fascinated with that. I went like, okay, so clearly whoever made this movie is very intelligent. They know how to direct. They don't have very nice cameras or anything, but it's very, like, the shot composition, all of that's really good. And what I looked up was that this director, a major influence on his career is when he was in elementary school, he saw a painting by Salvador Dali, who would very often paint really distorted human bodies bending and twisting in weird ways, and you go, wow, like it clearly had a deep effect on this guy.
That's pretty interesting. I'd never thought of that. Like, it's definitely Dali-esque when you think about
the way it's like it's psychedelic.
It's surreal gore for sure.
This guy majored in law in college. He did not go into filmmaking, and he basically he taught himself how to make films independently. Like, he learned all the things you need to learn, like the important things about filmmaking, by himself. And in 1995, he independently produced a movie called, I gotta look this up here, Anatomia Extinction, which again translates to, in Japanese, Genkai Jinko Kisu. I should just, now it's clear. but that movie from 1995 is Tokyo Gore Police. It's a very, very low budget, what he could do at the time in the mid-90s version of Tokyo Gore Police. And it took him, over 10 years, because Tokyo Gore Police comes out in 2008. Okay, so this is such a complicated movie.
Yeah, definitely.
And so this, as far as I know, this isn't based on an anime or a manga or anything. It's an original idea where people's body parts morph through gore effects.
Yeah,
and they have a key. They have a
basically they
go
got
ahead,
this
explain
key like implantation in them. Anybody who has that basically has the ability that like if they lose a limb, like a weapon will grow back, like either like a sword or like a chainsaw or like a gun. I don't know if they know ahead of time, but like it just had
what the weapon is.
Yeah, you just kind of luck of the draw.
I think the movie is also oddly body positive in a weird way. It is kind of like why are we so sickened by gore? We're sickened by gore because of it's usually if you see gore in real life, something bad is happening. But like your actual body is not disgusting. It's almost trying. It's you have to be so comfortable with the idea that there's just. Like, freak yourself out right now. Just think about how your body has blood inside it right now. It probably freaks some people out. Not this guy.
I will unite this nation. This will be the land of engineers. Nobody will be able to stop us.
Usually when a movie this good comes out anywhere in the world, America has to remake it. Like, I know for a fact right now they're working on remaking Parasite, which... How are you? I'm against. I don't care who they get to direct it. It's not really. Just watch Parasite. It's fine. Read the subtitles.
They can't get anyone to redo Tokyo Gore Police in America. Like that shit.
I mean, there's no way. This is a movie that, for whatever it is a very, very unique, incredible vision, I would say, and it can only exist at one time.
I like how they just, show cops' blatant disregard for the law and how like they're just kind of above it.
Now die!
Don't watch it around kids.
Definitely not. I would say don't even watch this movie in public. I would say don't watch this movie anywhere where people can see.
You could consider like what he made it on too, like how little the movie's actually made on compared to like most Hollywood budgets. Like it's pretty
but I
insane.
give this a 10 out of 10. Knowing the 10-year journey this guy took to make it, how he ended up.
No, it is, and it's one that you might have to watch once or twice to really get the plot.